I'm going to roll a straight line downward, which where I'm going to start my collar from. I'm doing a two-piece collar, not just one. Two-piece collar. That's a straight line for the starting point. Also, I'm going to draw a vertical line up just to mark my starting point on both down and up and the top. Okay, now the round neck, I'm going to divide the round neck by 2, and once I divide it by 2, I'm going to place it there and get the marking. I'm going to add also at the ending, I'm going to add 3/4 or half inches extra just for the button space. Now next I'm going to get the first part of the collar. I'm measuring 1.5. You can measure 1.2, 1.4, or maybe 1.5, depending on how small you want that first collar to be. Next, it's time for us to create our shape of the collar. I'm going to mark the middle of that collar. Next is to reduce the down part of that collar by half inches, which I'm going to trace it down to that middle of the collar. Also, the top part, there will be a slight shape. Now it's time to cut the other collar part, that's the top part. I'm going to deduct, I'm going to take 1 inches away. For my marking, I'm going to start to place the collar, the top collar, the marking of the top collar. I'm going to create a slope shape, a diagonal shape, just a slight one, going up, starting from that 1 inches I marked. Next is to get the measurements for the other part of the collar. You can use 2 inches, you can use 1 3/4, but it should not be smaller than the first collar. Then this side you can use 3 inches, you can use 2.5, and that's fine. Then you carefully go with a straight line. Then from there you curve it upward a bit to that point. Please like and subscribe to my channel as a way to support my page. I'm going to cut it out and separate the collars from the two pieces collar from each other. Now for the collar, I'm going to use an interface. This is called collar stay. There's the hard type and this is the soft one. I'm going to use this. One side is has a gum part and the other side doesn't have a gum part. Is the side you iron to the material for it to stick to the material. I'm going to cut the pattern that I created on this collar stay. You can see I folded the material together and I'm placing it on top of it to cut it. Please, if this video has helped you in any way, please do subscribe and like the channel. Also, with the collar, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to take it out to iron it. I'm going to cut out the shape. See what I'm doing? I trimmed it down exactly, but the up I gave space for sewing allowance. Then I want to do the same thing for the other part of the collar. In this case, I'm not going to trim the down. I'm going to give a space for the sewing allowance all through. You can see then I'll give sewing allowance. The other one, I'm going to iron it 2 pieces and that's all. Then I'm going to cut a facing for both collar after gumming. That's the first one. Now it's time to join the collar. I'm sitting at the tip of the interface, at the edge of it. Next, I'm notching the S-axis of the cloth just to make sure when I'm turning it, it turns very well. And I'll use the needle to, or the scissors to push it up. Now once I'm done, I'm going to top stitch it. I'm going to stitch it again, top stitch it. That's like quarter difference, just top stitch it to make it look cool. Also, I'm going to join that bottom together so it doesn't open again, because I'm going to join it to the other part of the collar. So after then, I'm going to notch the middle so I can have my middle placement when I want to place it on to the other collar. Now this is the other collar here. I'm going to fold one side of that collar and stitch it quarter inches like that. Stitch it downward. This is the other collar, the down part of the collar, the other pieces of it where the button stays. Once I'm done, I'm going to fold it together and get my middle point, then notch it also. Also, I'll take the other part of it, that's the facing of it, and also do the same thing and notch the middle. As you can see, this is the facing. I'll take it and notch the middle also. Now this is all the pieces, the top and the two pieces for the down collar. And I've notched the middle, and it's time to join it. Now look how I'm going to join it. Now I'm going to take this, turn it upside down and place it on top of the other collar, the top collar. Then take this also, turn it upside down. After bringing it like this, I'll turn it upside down, then put it under, then sew it at that point, down one side to that side, the one in the middle to the other side. Start from the middle to the other side and start from the other middle to the ending. If you notice, I'm sewing it as the tip, the edge of the interface. I'm following it that way. Make sure the both sides are aligned together. Now you can turn it and you can see the final finish. Now the next to do is to top stitch this part that I sewed. I'm not going to start from this. I'm going to start from this point downward. I'm going to leave a space for that down part. I won't start from there. I'm going to start from this point. Now you can see not from the down part, from this point. Make sure as you're stitching it, you're making sure that the other down part is also is flat at the back. So I'm using my hand to adjust it when I was sewing it at the back. Then you stop at this point. Don't let it go down. Now next is to trim this particular part to make it exactly half inches. So the excesses, I'm going to take it, I just want to make it half inches perfectly. So I'm just trimming out the excesses. Then let that space there be half only. Now it's time to join the collar to the neck. I'm going to measure this collar and use it to trim the round neck to get exactly as this collar. So whatever I get in the measurement of this collar, I'm going to make sure I trim the round neck of the shirt to match this exactly. Now it's time to check the round neck of the shirt to know if it's the same as the collar. So I'm going through it like this. From the other side, I'm going through the collar. I notice it's not the same. The round neck is shorter. I did this on purpose. I don't want to make it XX when I was cutting the pattern at first. That was why I said I also want to make it 2 inches depth so I can actually adjust it later. Now I'm going to adjust it now. I notice there's up to 3 inches difference, so I'll just cut that part out. You can see it's 15 instead of 18. Water from the color is 18 and a half, so that's 10 and a half difference. So I'm going to find a way to cut it carefully till I get to that particular part. I'm going to start from this front neck side and make sure that the is equal from the bottom to that point. So if there's any excess, as you can see, there's excess, a little bit of excess, you can trim that also while cutting it. Since the difference is 1.5, I'm going to cut close to 1.5 inches out. Then I'll take my tape and check it again if it's the same as the color. So we're having close to 18.5. This is 17.5. So just 1 inch is difference. So I'm going to go to the back this time around. So I'm going to cut out half inches from the back. Can you see that? And that's just it. That should give me a perfect 18.5 now. So I'm going to measure it again to be sure of it. Now we have 18.2. This is better. I can go with this. So I can start sewing with this because when I'm sewing this way, I'm going to sew it so I can end up making sure that it's perfectly matches together. So sometimes I might not get 18.5, I might get 18.2. It's all well, it's all good. Just know how to sew it perfectly when you're on the machine. Make sure you sew it well when you get on the machine, so you can get the both collar and the round neck to fit together. I'm going to start sewing from each end. Also go to the other end of the collar. If you notice, I'm using the front part of the cloth, not the back side, to start the sewing of the collar. So I'm sewing it half inches, that allowance there. So I'm just taking it close to the other facing of the collar. I'm going to stop at the shoulder part. When I get to the shoulder, I'll stop there and I'll cut the shoulder. I'll go to the other side of the other end of the beginning of the collar and sew the same thing and stop at the shoulder part. When you're sewing, make sure the two side matches together. You can see I'm stopping at the shoulder part, the middle. I didn't get to the middle. I stopped at the shoulder part so I can have to completely sew it in the middle. You can see. So if there's any large space or a space that is bigger than each other, I can find a way to sew it and make it. I notice that the collar is bigger according to how I measured it. So I'm going to find a way to complete that while I'm drawing the down parts of the round neck. I'm giving a space for the collar so it fits well. You can see I'm shifting the collar while I'm drawing the down part of the shirt so it matches together. I'm pushing the top, pushing the collar so it can match together perfectly, and this is it. Now it's time to cover the seam of the neck using the other part of the collar. This XX part, I'm going to cover it with the other part of the collar. You can see, then I sew it. Also, when covering it, make sure that you are close to the seam as possible, not like you're covering the seam. You're covering the seam that you sewed exactly at that point, so you can get a very good finish. Now, towards the end, if you notice the color is excess, try to do as much as possible to create a space at the top so you can push it inside while you're sewing, so you don't get excess space at that ending, so you can get a good finish. Always get prepared before you get to that ending to check it and try to adjust any space that's going to be more, so you can have a very good finish.